Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into something pretty fascinating.
Well, yeah. What do we got?
It's all about processing and analyzing data in real time, specifically using Google Cloud Platform.
Ah, okay. Real-time analytics on GCP. Good stuff.
Exactly. And our source is this architectural diagram. It's basically like a blueprint.
Right, a map showing how data gets from A to B instantly.
Yeah, showing the flow from different sources through all the GCP services, right, to getting those immediate insights. It's about making data useful the second it arrives.
Absolutely. Think of it as a standard playbook for handling those real-time streams. We can walk through the main parts already.
Let's do it. Explain the journey data takes, and maybe why certain tools are used where they are. Getting that speed is key.
For sure. So if you look at the diagram on the left, you've got data just pouring in.
Right, from everywhere it looks like. Banking stuff, IoT sensors, e-commerce clicks, bookings.
Exactly. Anything that's constantly spitting out events.
Yeah.
And managing that initial flood, that's the first hurdle.
Okay, so how does the diagram show that being handled? Looks like a couple of paths.
Yeah, two main ways initially. One path seems to go straight towards stream processing.
Mm-hmm.
This might be data coming via APIs, maybe managed by something like App Engine,
Uh-huh.
and then it gets fed right into data flow.
Ah, data flow, GCP's processing service. But here, it's not just batch jobs, it's handling data as it streams in.
Precisely. It's doing the transformation, maybe enriching the data, cleaning it up, all on the fly
Yeah.
as it arrives.
Okay, that's one path. What's the other one? Through an events bus.
Right. And that heavily features PubSub. That's Google Cloud's messaging service.
Gotcha. PubSub is great for decoupling, isn't it? Like a big buffer.
Exactly. It separates the things producing data from the things consuming it. Super scalable, so you don't lose data even if there's a massive spike. Plus, different services can tap into the same data stream.
Makes sense.
And what's really neat is how both these streams, the direct data flow processing and the PubSub event bus, they kind of converge.
Where do they meet up?
They flow into the main real-time analytics section. This is where the process data lands so you can get at it immediately.
Okay, and in that core section, I see two kinds of storage listed. Real-time storage, which mentions PubSub again. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll circle back to that.
And then analytical database, which is BigQuery.
Right. So that PubSub showing up twice, it's a bit of a nuance.
How so? Is it storage and a message bus?
Yes, kind of. It acts as that temporary super-fast buffer. Some applications might need data with almost zero latency, so they can actually read directly from the PubSub stream, like the absolute freshest data.
Oh, okay, ultra low latency.
But then that same data also flows from PubSub into the analytical database, which is BigQuery in this picture.
BigQuery, Google's big data warehouse. So data streams straight into BigQuery, making it ready for analysis almost right away.
Correct. BigQuery has streaming inserts. You can query data literally seconds after it hits the system, which is perfect for things like live dashboards or interactive analysis, even on huge, constantly changing data sets. It's not just old data. It's real-time data ready to go in a powerful warehouse.
Okay, data processed, data stored in BigQuery. How do people actually use it? There's a query builder box.
Yeah, that just shows the flexibility. You can hit BigQuery with standard SQL, obviously.
Right.
Or use Google's tools, integrate with Python, Java, GraphQL, lots of ways in.
So making that real-time data easy to access for whatever needs it.
Exactly. Analysis, apps, whatever.
And where does it all lead? The outputs shown are customer-facing apps, real-time dashboards, and learning and predictions.
And that's the payoff, right? You use that instant data to power app features, update dashboards live, or maybe feed machine learning models that predict things based on what's happening now.
Allows for really proactive decisions.
Totally. Data-driven actions based on the present moment.
And there's one more piece shown, archiving. Sending data off to cloud storage, maybe also keeping it long-term in BigQuery.
Right.
People sometimes forget this bit in real-time discussions.
Oh, absolutely crucial. For compliance, looking back at deep history, maybe retraining ML models later.
Yeah.
It completes the data lifecycle picture.
So putting it all together, this diagram shows a powerful way using services like PubSub, Dataflow, BigQuery on GCP to build systems that ingest, process, and analyze data streams like almost instantly.
Yeah, in split seconds.
It's really about shifting from looking at what happened yesterday or last week to understanding and reacting to what's happening right now.
Right. And here's where it gets, I think, really interesting to think about.
Go on.
When you can technically react instantly, when that feedback loop shrinks from hours down to, say, milliseconds, How does that change things?
You mean beyond just the test?
Exactly. It raises a big question for you, the listener, to consider. If you have this real-time capability, what fundamentally different types of questions can you even ask? What new kinds of actions become possible, or maybe even necessary? It forces a rethink, not just of your systems, but maybe your entire business process, the decisions you make, because now they can happen truly in real time. What does that unlock?